Hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Monster of the Week, The Printed House. That's the title of the scenario, The Printed House. The game is Monster of the Week. It's not the whole, that's, anyways, now that I made that abundantly clear, for this one shot, which is set on the West Coast in California in a wealthy suburb called Suburb City, because I'm very great at naming things.
I agree. I think that is a very creative name.
Yeah. So
Suburbia Vales.
We have three hunters with us tonight, or three stoppers of supernatural evil. And we will start with Thad, who is playing AW. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Tell us about AW.
AW is sort of a psychic burnout. You know, she does her best day to day, but largely just sort of works various crap jobs. Currently at a coffee bar inside of a bookstore that is sort of trash, and then in her free time does mysterious psychic stuff that gives her an immense amount of paranoia and things to be upset about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Sounds like life's going great for her.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Then next up we have Aaron, and he is playing Celeste Halifax.
Yes.
Tell us about Celeste.
Celeste is they're basically a searcher for the weird and strange, which it began when she was very young and her dad's obsession with specific cryptids, but also the myth or theory behind undocumented spaces, places that should not be able to exist in certain. That's like certain spaces, but to seem to defy all sorts of like laws of physics by basically existing.
Impossible landscapes, one might call them.
Yes, or weird liminal spaces that go nowhere. So,
you're looking for the back rooms.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, she had a particular weird encounter where, unfortunately, she ended up losing her dad into one of these odd. That's like folds in space, and she's been more or less searching for him ever since. And came into contact with AW working at the same. That's like working at the bookstore as well on the side.
I mean, I can see invisible and magic stuff, so.
Yeah, we were able to do that. But she did actually pick up at least one friend because she was into model building when she was younger, and apparently the spirit friend decided to take the shape of one of the Gundams that she was building as a kid, and never kind of got locked into that place.
Very good. And what do those folds in space look like to her? Like, do they resemble anything earthly, or is it a weird cosmic realm of swirling energies and floating platforms and shit like that? What does it look like?
Yeah, for the most part, but anything that she sees when she ends up going to there is very that's a pan-dimensional labyrinth or Kirby-esque when it goes in there. So it basically seems this miasma of
I know that
particles.
You mean Jack Kirby, but my brain immediately went to Kirby's Dream Land, and
that too.
I mean, those games did have a pretty cosmic kind of sense of aesthetic to them.
Yeah, no, Celeste doesn't really talk about it, but she's basically lost 3 cars to Kirby-like creatures.
That's why you don't buy, just steal.
Exactly.
All right. Very good. Very good. And then finally we have Tom. And Tom is playing Anton. And tell us about Anton.
Well, he is a monstrous bat creature who he's pretty sure he was human.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's fairly sure his name was Anton because there was an old ID in the shreds of his pants when he kind of became conscious, like aware again. And he could make out the name Anton, although there was no picture in it, and the rest of it was kind of unreadable.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't exactly go out in public, so he kind of hides in like a cavern system that is adjacent and partially underneath the local hoity-toity golf course in the area.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Phantom of the country club.
All right. So before we get...
Yes, and he has on occasion fed on some very, some society people's pets that wander into the golf course.
Very good, very good. All right, so why don't we start with you then, Tom, in terms of history. If you look on the second page of your sheet, this is page 14 of the thing. Go around the group when it's your turn. Let's see here. Pick one for each of the other hunters. So you can pick one of the other hunter. Yeah, you have to do it for each of the other two. So who are you picking first?
All right, Thad.
Hello.
Yes,
AW.
Yes, I lost control one time and I almost killed you, and then somehow you stopped me.
Yeah, I was probably like working a crappy job filling drinks at the golf course, and so I can since I am telepathic, I could sort of reach into your mind while you were in your weird rage. I was probably poking around near the caverns in ways I shouldn't have, since I can sense magic. So I sort of found you there in the midst of freaking out while consuming a very expensive purebred dog of some kind. And, you whirled on me, and I was just like, brain to brain, hey, what's up? No, don't eat me, bro. I make very poor tips.
All right.
I probably ended up giving you the diamond-encrusted collar the dog had.
Oh, yeah, pawn shop was good to me that day.
You had to soak that thing in vinegar though to get all the blood out first.
It's okay. I also just sometimes steal kitchen supplies when they're not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. Google how to get blood off diamond collar.
Oh no! I just stole that information from the minds of one of the random country club patrons. You learn a lot just invading the minds of the rich whenever you want.
Very good.
That's also why I'm deeply paranoid.
Hearing thoughts like, I can't wait to go back to the island where we hunt people.
Different way.
Of course, which one?
I have a feeling Occupy Wall Street would have been weirder with that particular power involved.
Yep. So, Anton, what about Celeste?
Well, with her, they saved me from another hunter who was preparing to kill me. And it's up to them how that happened.
Okay. Actually, it kind of links into how I know you specifically, but I'll get to that in mind. But I was basically tracking you because of a potential lead on let's say a time warp in this situation, and found out
just a jump to the left.
But I was basically, I ended up finding a group of cultists that were attempting to sacrifice Anton in order to possibly become Chiroptian gods themselves. I couldn't really figure that out from the documentation, since I gathered up all their notes, but once we defeated them, but unfortunately it pretty much it's like everything burned into gibberish when I tried to read it, and I haven't been able to figure it out since. So I guess I'm not supposed to know what this is or go mad. But no, after this, being able to save him, we more or less became close associates, and he's given me warnings about any other cults that have come in the area.
Well, that was very useful.
I try not to eat people when they're around.
Probably a good idea. So then, next up, let's go with AW. And so, as the spooky, you have some history with both of these people. So who do you want to pick first, and what do you want to?
I mean, I kind of did. I sort of did the one with Tom, just in talking about the one that he did for me. So I'm going to go with you. Used your powers on them one time. Decide if it was for selfish reasons or not. Tell them if they found it. Well, you definitely know, because it was largely to stop you from ripping me apart.
It was like, sorry, I was kind of feral at the time.
No, it's fine. I hated that dog.
Well, actually, they get to decide if it's and tell them if they found out about it. Okay.
Yeah, you 100% know about it, because I spoke directly to your mind out loud.
Okay.
Well, out in loud.
Yeah.
And by doing so, you let me think again, which was
wake up, bro. Oh, well, no, you're welcome, I guess.
All right. And then Celeste, or what's your history with Celeste?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I'm gonna go with they taught me to control my powers. I've sort of had my own problems with weird, constant psychic onslaughts from, the sounds of the minds around me. And I'm going to say that Celeste and her father, actually, I ran across them when I was much younger, and they helped me to chill out somewhat.
Okay.
Which considering how not well I still am, kind of tells you a lot. But
all right,
you take it one day at a time. So,
so you've known each other for a while, actually. It sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally Celeste.
So with actually AW, that actually fits in really well that we were both involved in a supernatural event similar to my first encounter. So my father and I were tracking another one of the pan-dimensional labyrinth openings, and AW either had found her way into it, or potentially the area was just sensitive enough right now, which it ended up widening the hole and drawing her in, which those are very dangerous too, especially with, as we've learned, with anybody with a bit of psychic ability can inadvertently warp it and kind of make it into their own specific area for good or ill, since it kind of draws a lot into the subconscious. But my dad did a good job of being able to kind of calm her down enough right now, and it's like saying, hey, we're all here together before getting us out of here. And also the fact that it nearly collapsed in on itself and took out at least one Ford dealership that we're aware of. We're not allowed to buy cars in town no more anymore. But that's how we know each other.
Yeah, the wizard's curse. You shall never buy a car in the city again, or if doom shall befall that dealership.
It's just the Fords right now.
So I just have to find a dealership that I hate and shop exclusively from them.
Yeah, well,
we told you.
You see, the dealers hired their own psychic, and they basically do not let on premises. Even the Tesla delership won't accept you now. Like that.
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
that needs to be destroyed. Come on.
Well, they know. They're not going to
see. This is why both AW and I have had.
Yeah.
This is why AW and I both have had plans for years on end to say, all right, we get one in here, we find one of these openings in the Hyperloop, and it goes away.
Look, I don't really want to own a vehicle. I just want to run a Tesla dealership. That's really all.
Who doesn't?
Right. Well, that'll have to be yeah.
We all leave Ross's plot and assault a Tesla dealership.
Look, if you finish this plot, I'll let you destroy. I'll make sure Tesla dealership gets destroyed somehow.
It's just not legally, trackable back to us. That's all we say.
So what about Anton though?
Anton specifically came up about research because I ended up looking into some information about cryptids, specifically bat-related ones, and found pictures that basically look like Anton almost verbatim, going back at least 150 years. So, which was that's like very odd, showing various that's like pictures right now from various areas across the world. That's like especially around the London area, and that's how I ended up. That's like looking for him and following the descriptions, which led me to said cultist that led me to rescuing him. He claims that he has no particular memory of that's like these times, but I'm more suspicious of that he's hiding his existence as an immortal or a time traveler.
Okay. Or it's a long line of man bats. Perhaps this is there's just one every generation. The theories are endless. Yeah,
I would believe that, but I've taken multiple pictures and compared them, and all the markings are almost identical.
Well, magic be like that.
Yeah. I do like the fact that we met Anton completely separately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bad guy that lives under the golf course. You know about him?
Wait, you too?
Yeah. He's
nice.
Yeah,
totally. And I love these two because they also they bring me like beach shorts, which are like I hate going around with no clothing because I think that makes me it's easier for me to go off.
Mm-hmm.
And I like stealing stuff from the back seats of surfer guys' trucks, so it works out for everyone.
Yeah,
but I can't wear anything. I can't wear anything else because nothing else fits right.
Fair enough.
And also, I have to have pockets because I have to carry that old ID with me at all times.
So Yeah, you're just, man bat in board shorts, and two psychics working at the bookstore, or two occult investigators /
and hey,
hunters.
They even sometimes let me in their their little clubhouse, which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys have a clubhouse?
Okay.
The bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah, they sometimes let me in the bookstore when it's closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the three of you are in Suburb City. It's a small suburban town, weirdly enough, nestled between Silicon Valley and San Francisco and all those other tech places. And I'm not going to look at the geography to figure out where it is.
This is an alternate California that's shaped like Ross says it is.
Hey, Ross, everything's right where it needs to be.
It's just there's a map saying suburbs, Silicon Valley, San Francisco. Those are just fast travel locations. All right.
Suburb city, a little bit of everywhere, all the time.
Exactly. And unfortunately, AW, you've been receiving visions of doom every night for the last 3 nights.
Oh, these are slightly different than the usual ones, though. I hate it.
An apocalyptic, world-ending kind of doom.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, and you're not really sure exactly what it is, but this morning, there is a local news story that you are just cannot. You must doom scroll. You're obsessed with doom scrolling about this particular story. So the Hawthorne family is a local tech billionaire / oligarch. He invested in a bunch of .com companies that went big, and he's just. But Roland is the man, Roland Hawthorne, and his family, and he has. Roland Hawthorne has died, and there's a bit of
no.
Well, he seems to have been. Well, they're not sure exactly how he died. He died under very mysterious circumstances, and that is because he died at his house, which was a marketing gimmick for his latest company, Modular Synergy, because they were trying to make 3D printing houses for the future. And so the house is called the Printed House. And the authorities are not letting anyone in because the lawyers from Modular Synergy are very insistent that no one be let in, because the technology in there is proprietary and secret and very delicate, and you can't even remove the bodies until their own tech team can go in there and properly secure the technology. Of course, the cops don't want anyone messing with the crime scene, so no one's going in. There's a judge very friendly to Modular Synergy that has put an injunction on this. So even a murder suspicious death investigation has been stymied by big tech. Posting
a bunch of Arrested Development memes because he lived in a fancy dude's version of just a model home.
Basically he really, had to believe in his hype. And so as you're watching the story, they show a wide shot of the Printed House, which is this big McMansion thing. But there's this massive, metal rigging system all around it with, robotic arms on it.
Ooh, look at all that metal gear.
Yeah. Look at all that metal gear. So if you think of the 3D printed house more as a giant building-sized 3D printer that then has robotic arms to place everything it prints, so it can be you basically build a house around it. And if you don't like it, they can disassemble anything and rebuild it. So it's a house that can change as much as you want it to.
Is it really safe to be in a house built purely of FDM?
Well, it's made out of a proprietary special material that they won't talk about. So,
oh God, is it orphans? It's orphans, isn't it?
You always assume everything is orphans.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I spend a lot of time on the internet. You just start thinking that way eventually.
Yeah.
And okay, I know you look for mysteries, but how many times has the internet lied to us?
I mean, most of the time. But also the non-internet has lied to us an equivalent number of times.
Well, that's why we go by the Ethernet then.
So, that the house there's something wrong with the house, and that is the source of doom.
Oh yeah, because I have the site, so yeah, it's not just
even through the TV. It must be very strong if you can it through a replicated image of it. You're not even looking at it with your own eyes. You're looking at it.
Oh no, my TV is extremely haunted, but it's fine. The haunting is only limited to the television, so it doesn't. It stays in there. It learned its lesson.
Well, you also on your phone, like you're doom scrolling while you're watching TV.
Oh yeah, no, that is weird.
Yeah, so it's extremely potent. And so you need.
I got to show this to the TV.
Yeah. So who are you telling first about this, AW?
What time of day is it?
It's
morning.
Yeah, you just woke up from a night of nightmares that you can't remember.
I mean, if it's morning, then I'm probably going to tell Celeste because I feel like waking up Anton, who I assume is probably about to go to bed for the day.
Okay. Yeah,
that would be rude.
Yeah. Like in my cave, hanging upside down, my wings wrapped around me.
Yep.
Yeah.
The way I do.
Okay, so
unless I didn't make it back, and I'm still somewhere in the bookstore, if there's like an upper level or an attic.
We'll say you're actually in the bookstore. We will say there is a suspiciously large warehouse in the back of the bookstore. That is, there's not many books kept back there. Occasionally, there's weird shipments that are dropped off and picked up by other people, and you don't talk about that. It's very mundane, whatever it is.
I certainly don't talk about it.
Yeah, as long as they keep paying me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. So it's we go by under the moniker Warehouse 13. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. So you can tell Celeste next, but you know that Anton is nearby. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I feel like I'll start with Celeste, and then I don't know. We'll move forward from there.
Okay. So you get that briefing. I guess. I mean, Doom from Printed House, Celeste.
So, it's kind of drinking the coffee and that's like perusing over it.
Like said, dropping a message in the group chat that's just like a screen cap of the Printed House with a weird aura coming out of it, and be like, "LOL, haunted as shit."
I mean, yes, but also I think it's more a haunting of failed concepts than anything else.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not assuming it's just regular ghosts. I just think the word haunted is fun.
I guess no, I agree with you completely here, but I mean, you said that that you're getting at least Doom on here. Would I be able to possibly investigate a mystery looking for, researching some information about the families that were there previously?
Yeah, you can investigate a mystery. That is 2d6 plus, I believe, sharp. Yep. Let's go to Mr. Dice Rolling Channel.
Well, I always do. So.
What's your sharp?
I forgot. Yeah, so it's 2. So that'll be. I did get one on that. So 6. Yeah.
All right. So investigate a mystery. You get to ask one question. I'm going to be more open about this. So, yeah.
All right. So actually, just what happened here? So,
according to the initial reports, this is all you can figure out because again, you're researching this on the internet while you're at work. That there is clearly, the Printed House was built with a experimental AI system. So, the AI system still seems to be active because you can still see the robot arms moving as they're making adjustments to the house while news crews are talking about the body in there. And so whatever it is, something caused the AI to malfunction. So, I mean, this could be sabotage. It could be hubris of building a shitty tech and then putting yourself needlessly at risk for it. But yeah.
Did they actually give a specific, did they actually state like how Roland died, or is that publicly available?
I mean, they know he's dead. They're very certain that he's dead, but they don't have the body's still in the house.
Like, yeah, the
body is the house.
I'm telling all y'all, it's a sabotage.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
So, it could just be a bug. Literal, experimental prototype AI malfunction.
Cursed bug.
Yeah. So that's what you figure out as you're browsing work. AW, you go in to the warehouse. You can see Anton roosting in the attic, or in the not the attic, but like the warehouse. Yeah. So
From the rafters.
He is still grousing, or sort of not fully asleep.
I think while I'm back here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to attempt to investigate a mystery by going through like weird occult books that nobody wants to buy, and see if I can figure anything out about the weird aura that's that I'm seeing on the photos. So that is 5 and 1, so 6 plus what did I make my sharp? 2, so 8.
All right, you get to ask one question.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go with what sort of supernatural thing is being concealed here.
Actually, by reading through this, your occult books and reading the signs, and the fact that you got an intense vision of doom, you realize there must be a mystical component of this. Technology, no matter how high tech, cannot trigger these kind of visions. They are not attuned to the supernatural environment, because the book you're reading talks about how, like, surprisingly enough, the nuclear bomb test did not trigger visions of doom in nearby psychics, because it was actually purely technological. So even though they could end the world with the Manhattan Project weapons, or lead us on the path.
Okay,
of that.
so what we know is that the house is not a nuclear bomb.
Mm-hmm. And there must be a magical, mystical component, a natural component somehow.
Wait, unless it's the ghost of an
It's not
atomic
just
bomb.
the 3D technology gone rogue. That much you're certain.
No.
So, but you're not sure exactly when. You'll have to actually... now, you know that there are multiple avenues to investigate at this point. There's the family... there's the wife, Emma. They have 5 kids, all of whom are adult age. All of them are trust fund kids. The youngest is 19, up to like 30. The Hawthorne was in his mid 60s when he died. We'll say 65. There is the crime investigation. If you could investigate the investigators, the police, why aren't they going in yet? You have what the media is telling you. You could talk to the media, try and find out what the inside scoop is, off the record. But there's multiple angles. Or you probably need to finish your sifter work before you sneak in or whatever. Yeah. You can also talk to the local occult underground. There are other people in your area who know weird shit. So,
Okay.
Well, I guess while I'm in the back room still, I guess I will sort of attempt to rouse Anton slightly and let him know that there's weird, spooky shit going on. And Anton, psst.
What time is it?
It's sorry, it's still pretty early. But there's a extremely haunted rich guy house that we're looking into. So you might want to, I don't know, think about what you want to do tonight when we're starting to kick up weird nonsense. But just wanted to let you know.
You want me to try to break into a rich guy's house at night?
Oh no, he's dead. So that's
good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But there's bad vibes. But if you need to sleep, that's cool. I just wanted to let you know we're probably going to be working tonight, so
That's I would love to help you investigate a dead rich person's house.
Yeah, at the very least, there's probably some cool stuff to nick. But I don't know. We're going to look into it. When the sun gets lower, I guess we'll check back in with you.
Okay, I could go with you. I'm not tired. I'm not.
Well, I mean, it's not just the tired. It's also the giant bat creature ness. People will start shit.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you want to wait for dark, we can catch back up with you then. And yeah.
It sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are. I'll come up with 3 random residents of the occult underground. There is a antiquer slash fence slash stay a while and listen kind of person. His name is Gary the appraiser. Then there is Tabitha. She is a necromancer. And then there is it's an unpronounceable string of sounds. And it is a cosmic horror thing that lives in a pit. But you can go to the pit. It's like everyone just thinks it's a sinkhole that the county should fix, and no one ever does. And you can talk to it.
Are you pretty sure that the city council isn't deliberately not doing anything because they know?
The thing
it's hard to tell.
The thing that lives in a pit, you can talk to it, and it's cordial, but it always seems to want more than it gives back.
Yeah, the sinkhole of wisdom is maybe not the best option for us at this moment.
Yeah. But each of you can make up one other person or entity in the occult underground that you can go to, and they won't want to murder you. They will at least listen to you and talk to you. But obviously, if you want to say, "Oh, this person loves me and they're very helpful," well, they're not going to be very powerful. Be like, but like this person knows everything and is super powerful. Well, they're going to want a lot. So. Thing that lives in a pit that you've never seen and don't know how to say its name obviously knows a lot, but is not maybe
seems risky.
Yeah, it is risky. Gary
Tabitha might want your help stealing corpses in exchange for information, which that's just a lot of work and it's rough on the lower back. And I have no moral problems with it other than it's just hard and I don't want to.
Yeah, and Gary's would be the more I'm helpful and nice, but I don't.
In my day, this was all orange groves. Extremely haunted oranges ruled the world.
Yep, that's what it sounds like now. So you can talk to people. You don't have to make moves with them, but yeah, you can if you want to.
Yeah. Oh, actually, first, that would be a little risky, but I kind of want to do it anyway. Use my psychic powers to manipulate the boss into closing the shop early.
Sure.
I
can manipulate someone without speaking.
Celeste goes over with the full day's pay.
I'm also not charming. I have a penalty to charm, so there's a very good chance this is not going to work, and the boss will just get upset, and we'll have to work later. So let's see. It'll be fun.
Like he says it bet against
holy shit!
day.
Nice. I rolled 11, so -1 is 10.
All right. What's your reason that you want to close it?
The boss just gets very, very certain that no one is coming in today. Like it's just there's something wrong with like that. There's just no customers. It's a waste of time to be open today. Despite the fact that the store is like about as full as it always is at this time of day. So just making them very certain that like it's time to close. Like it's a wait. Like it's it's losing it. It's too much overhead. Whatever.
Also push the lie that it's half off of wings at Bennigan's. He'll bolt.
All right. Yeah. So your boss disappears. Close up shop. You'll have to open tomorrow, of course. But you have the rest of the day off.
AW has no interest in concocting a believable thing. The boss will probably be very confused and unsettled tomorrow or even later today.
But see, that's why I want you to push for the wings right now, because if he's full of cheap low grade meat, and beer, he's probably not going to think about it too hard.
Look, I am not staying in his head any longer than I have to.
That fucker's got some weird thoughts.
Just uncomfortably average ones.
Uncomfortably average. Oof. Yeah. So
that's a weird Pink Floyd song.
This is sort of the open-ended part of the prep before you actually go to the house.
What dealership?
What dealership?
Tesla dealership. Go ruin it.
They won't let you in.
Yeah. Okay. This is the part where we derail the game.
No.
Well, I figure it's probably better, Celeste, if you go and talk to some of the non-directly related people, and since I can read minds, I should probably go and like get a little closer to the actual situation and see what I can pull out.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I have at least an idea too, because obviously it's more of a mystical one too. But there had to have been, contractors or other people working with the normal physical aspects of this. So, is it a possible? Can I actually? So I want to pull up somebody specifically who worked on the project. Speaking of AI, there had to have been a coder or a programmer specifically related to this house.
Sure.
None of them are publicly known because Roland took all the credit, and they were all contractors, not real employees.
Yeah.
No, I mean they're talking about it. Yeah, you can find a programmer in town, obviously, so that'll take you a bit of time. So you figure out where one is, and let's see here.
Let's see. I have a name for him if you wanted to.
What?
James Worms.
James Worms. Okay. Sure. All right. James Worms, programmer. Okay. So you find, are you, you have James's email and phone number.
Okay.
What's your pitch?
Yeah. All right. No, I'm just going to go ahead and give him a call. So,
hello?
Yes, Mr. Worms. That's like sorry to bother you this afternoon, but I'm looking. It's like doing a report about the that's like the issue over at the Hawthorne House. So the
printed house,
the printed house. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're basically just kind of building up some just general information again, and I understand that you had you had some involvement as the part of the programming team for the AI of the house.
Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of the basic information right now that we're kind of looking through. Is there anything odd that you noticed while you were doing when you were going through the house? Because again, this is a huge odd project overall. Something you obviously don't see every day.
Yeah, and you won't see it again. I mean, like,
oh, why is that?
Because he's dead in the house. And they won't let anyone go in. Like, that's not a good look.
I know, I'm aware it's at least not a good look too. But I figured it's building the house and everything, then that's at least good enough to have somebody else take it. No one's going to want to live in a house
where it can murder you. I mean,
no, not that house. Obviously, no, I absolutely agree. But not even but to not take advantage of the tech or something. So that seems like that. Who did you say you were with? Let's see. No, I'm with local newspaper number 455. So the Suburbia Times. So
you're with the Suburbia Times. I just talked to somebody from the Suburbia Times.
Why
I thought Nora Ashley was assigned to the story.
She is, but I'm again one of the interns that I'm just asking to get more information.
Why is it an intern doing a major story like that?
Well, getting information and fact checking, so that's part of my job. Sorry,
I don't believe that the interns don't do fact checking. That's important. It's an important job for a newspaper. Like, they get sued if they report wrong shit. Why would an intern be involved with this at all? That doesn't make any sense. Who are you really with?
All right, so I have no. Let's see. I guess that would just be a base cool charge to act under pressure to make sure I could convince, or I guess that's charm for manipulating. So,
yeah, you can try to manipulate, sure.
All right, so, all right, see how bad my roll's going to come out.
Everything's fine, man. I believe.
Okay. 7. So,
all right. Look, I don't know which company you're really with, but I'm not going to sell my info for cheap,
Okay. That's fine. Here's the thing. So I was hired specifically from another rival company looking into trying to get the proprietary AI for seeing about maybe getting this that's like sealing this for another project. They figured they could possibly get it for cheap because there's a murder involved now.
Yeah.
And like I said, they can push it out later when the heat has died down.
Yeah, sure. What's your offer then?
So, shit, I have no other one. So, well, then we would at least want some information on the code. So if
No. What are you going to give me?
What do you feel that this is worth? So, because I've been authorized.
Look, you. How many figures is it going to be? Like, if it's 5 figures, if it's 6 figures, if it's 7 figures, 8 figures. Yeah, now we're talking.
Okay, so like I said, obviously,
I mean, are you with Distributy? I mean, they got deep pockets, man. Fucking the Bozo just built $1 billion fucking yacht. You can afford to pay for the good shit.
Well, again, not allowed to basically say much about this, but if you would like to meet me later tonight, we can possibly discuss those specifics.
Okay, but I'm gonna have a dead drop thing set up, so if you fuck me over, you won't get anything. You understand?
That's fine. So I completely understand. It's like if this is just again baseline negotiations. So here I will provide options for.
I set the meeting. I'm gonna set the meeting spot. We're gonna set it at the old tavern. You know, that board game bar.
Yes. So yep. Now I am very familiar with it. So my dad used to play there a lot. So
okay. I mean, it's new. It opened up 2 years ago.
And like I said, yeah, no, he was here just 2 years ago. So
okay.
You ask a lot of goddamn questions.
Yeah. All right.
Yep, he's suspicious. So,
all right. So meanwhile, AW, what are you doing?
I'm going to get up to the like scene of the crime and see what chatter I can overhear from cop brains and anyone else within range.
Okay. So let's see here. Probably read a bad situation would work. So roll sharp.
Okay. All right. Sharp is +2. Cool. Watch me screw it anyway. Wow. Okay. So I rolled 11 again. I'm keeping these dice. So that's 13.
All right. You get to ask 3 questions.
I assume you mean ask you because I'm not.
You get to ask me 3 questions. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was thrown there for a second. Okay. Why aren't they letting anyone in? Or can they let anyone in?
Well, that seems to be the issue here. The modular synergy people are not going to are basically, you can see they're having tense discussions with detectives about the security system. They cannot guarantee that the security system will recognize them as legitimate authorities. And that seems to be very worrying to them.
If nobody can go in, how do they know that Roland is dead?
Apparently, Emma fled the scene, and she was shooting a video on her phone when her husband died, and that does not leave any doubt to anyone.
Okay, and where can I find Emma?
Emma is at a nearby mansion, a $30 million mansion owned by a NASCAR driver that was recently featured in local media. It looks like the inside of
looks like living in a Bass Pro Shop.
Yep. Yeah, very original.
Ross just has that like Zello dunking Twitter account open in a tab.
Maybe. Shut up. Yeah. Let's see here. Meanwhile, does Anton still sleep?
I mean, like until evening.
Okay.
I mean, you could always go good old fashioned TMNT, man. Like, if you got a hat, a trench coat, and sunglasses, you can go. The world is your oyster.
That's exactly it. And you can always claim you're cosplaying. Suburb City has a lot of cosplayers.
Yeah, I'm only, like 7.5 feet tall with proportions that are
very good cosplayer.
Mm-hmm. Got those leg extension stilt thingies. Yeah. Yeah. So do you want to do something, Anton, or do you just want to keep sleeping?
I'll probably wake up a little like late afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking like, they probably need me.
Yeah. Actually, can I say I'll send a text message over to Anton?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you have a phone, so
You guys got me one. I don't exactly have a bank account.
Yeah, it's on like your account, Celeste. So
yeah, so we have a family plan for the bat. So,
Mm-hmm.
but specifically saying, all right, hey, I will be. It's like I found a programmer that we're meeting here, but he's obviously expecting me to pay money that I don't have. So we might need some flight intimidation.
I'm terrible at texting, so I usually just respond with emojis.
Well, I would say you could know the buttons to leave a voice message. Like
No, it's not that. It's awkward.
Well, no, it's just like push button to record, and then you can talk into it, and then push the button to send. So you can talk. Leave basically short little voicemails. Yeah.
Kind of send a voicemail like that sounds like like screech loudly involuntarily. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I text him over the time for that we're going to meet that's after James Worms outside. Basically, yeah, we're going to. That's like you're going to need to get him. And how verbal are you? I've completely forgot. So
me?
Yeah,
I can talk. It's just it's going to sound terrible.
Okay, so, but yeah, I'm gonna need. Actually, I'll text them basically the roof of some other abandoned building in town that's out of the way, and say, bring them here. I'll leave masked up in a way where hopefully we can at least intimidate the information out of him there. So,
all right, so you're just planning to kidnap the dude.
I guess
just for a little while.
Okay, all right. All right. So you guys are setting that plan up, looking for the building to hide him, and so you can interrogate him. Meanwhile, let's see here. AW.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. What were you doing? Oh yeah, going to talk to Emma. She was at family friend's house. Gunther Robertson. NASCAR driver. So you're outside that, which has clearly got a fence and a gate. So yeah. What's your
actually before I go there, I was going to get like a bouquet of flowers and like fill out some like BS fake condolences card and probably grab like a ball cap or something suitably like gig economy delivery person looking, and that's
okay.
Gonna be my.
We're gonna fight the system,
Okay, so you easily get through the gate, get to the front door with that, and a maid offers to take the bouquet to you, or offers to sign for the bouquet. So for the flowers, so you'll have to talk your way past the maid.
I'm going to attempt to psychically manipulate them into letting me come in and get the signature directly. Because, it's important to the, Instagram Emma fan club or whatever. So I assume that's, let's see.
It's still charm unless you get to roll something else.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I assumed. I'm trying to psychically manipulate them, but telepathy just lets me do that generally. I assume it still goes off of charm. Okay. Let's see what happens. 8 minus 1, so 7.
Okay. So, all right. She realizes you're psychic, weirdly enough. And she says, all right, I'll do it, but only if you use your God-given gifts to psychically contact an angel and tell them to get my husband to stop buying NFTs. I don't know what those are.
I mean, I'll need like I'll probably need like a description of your husband and like where he would be for the angel.
She shows
to find
you a
him.
picture on her phone.
Why
Does
he's
it
being
have,
such a
like,
monster by messing
He looks
with
like exactly like the kind of dude who buys NFTs.
No, I mean, like, is there information on where I could find? Because I'm not gonna.
okay.
I don't know any angels to talk to, but I can definitely go.
You're
and
psychic.
Just
You're either from God or from the devil.
I'm not saying that out loud.
Well, no, that's what
I'm
she's
saying.
telling you.
I'm saying to you, Ross, that I'll my plan is to say, yeah, I can do that, and then go and find the guy and invade his mind and like, you know.
Okay, yeah. She got him a job on at the mansion as the one of the fish feeders.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll have to go and I'll have to get
who takes care of the fish. So yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll have to go and find him so I can direct the angel, because my sight isn't that, my third eye isn't that powerful, so I have to go. But I'll be back.
Okay.
And we'll
yeah. So you find him pretty easily. I mean, even though it's a big mansion, it does look a lot like a Bass Pro Store. He is in one of the larger, kneeling in front of one of the larger fish tanks, dropping in actually measuring the pH levels of the tank. Doing what the kind of work you need to do to maintain a 10,000 gallon aquarium full of fish. So yeah.
Can I sort of I'm not going up to talk to him. I'm going to stay attempt to stay well out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to use the big whammy to knock him into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going. Well, I guess that's going to be my first thing, is to do that.
Okay.
So that just lets me kick some ass, but with weird instead of tough.
Well, it's also close, obvious, and ignore armor. But I'll let you. You can, as long as you.
Oh, okay.
You can pull your punches because it's a psychic thing, and you've been training. So, yeah, you can do that.
Or if that's the case, can I like sneak up behind him so he doesn't like see me, see where it comes from, attempt to sneak up on him?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll something for that first?
No.
Okay.
It's just
okay,
a
in that case,
working a fish tank. So like he's not.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So that's 9 plus 2, so 11.
Okay, you knock him into the fish tank.
Okay, I immediately hide to be out of sight while he's struggling to swim out of surprise, I assume. And I'm going to scream into his mind that NFTs are the devil's plaything, and you have cursed yourself and your family and must purge the evil or never be forgiven by God or their legions.
All right, you don't have to roll for that. That was pretty fucking convincing. The guy's scared.
You just did the Lord's work here.
Yeah. So yeah, good job.
Hey, he's baptized in a new life of being free from crypto. If anything, like, I've done him a favor.
Convince him to spread EFTs, extremely fungible tokens.
Yeah.
They're free, and you don't have to pay for them.
I'm gonna make sort of watch and make sure he gets out of the pool okay.
Yeah, he does.
Because I don't want to. Okay, good.
Yeah, like it's not.
Then,
he can stand up in it. It's about. It's only
okay.
5.
I'm gonna
it's
sort of
only
wait for
5 feet tall. The tank.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you don't want to. Yeah. You don't want to swim after. You have to wait about 30 minutes to swim after being mind took.
It's just designed to look like a small, Ozark pond in the middle.
Yeah,
of the woods.
it's for taking Instagram photos. Yeah.
And for fishing, probably. I mean, there's enough water and fish there that you could do. Yeah, not great, but sit with a rod for hours and wait for a bite. Anyways, you get to Emma. She is in the sunroom, drinking some tea and staring off into the distance.
Okay, well, I'm going to slowly walk up with the incredibly real courier delivery that I'm bringing and see what I can read of her brain.
Okay.
Which I assume would be sharp. So my sharp is +2. So, oh, god damn it! After all that, 5 total with my bonus.
All right. So yeah, she just kind of like notices. He's like, "What?" She's not really sure what the fuck happened. She's like, "What? Oh,
This is it's a bouquet sent by your Instagram fans, like a subset of them. They have a group chat and like wanted to reach out and give their condolences in a way that was suitably respectful and not creepy. I think were the exact words on the receipt that I got anyway.
Oh, that's so like them. Thank you. Okay.
Like, are you? Is there any like they also hold on? I pull out my phone and like pretend to scroll. They also wanted to know if there was anything you needed or any like if you're very shaken, if there's anything else they can like post to your feed to cheer you up. Or,
just their thoughts and prayers.
Just bullshitting.
That's all we want at this point. It's in God's hands now.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband was very ambitious, and perhaps his ambition got the best of him. Certainly, perhaps he strayed from the heavenly path.
Do I know anything about her? Like, is this a normal amount of spirituality coming from her?
It seems a bit odd. I mean, she was not like a right-wing go-to-church Hillsong kind of like that kind of rich asshole.
But you never know. Like, so what someone posts on their social media could be different from how they.
So this does seem a bit unusual.
Well, since AW is in fact not someone with a lot of social graces, she's just going to be like, so they're not really saying anything out online about what happened. Like, this is like what happened? Like, it all sounds really weird.
Are you with a tabloid?
No, I'm with this bouquet. Oh, do you want me to put these somewhere? Or?
Yes, just put them in with the other flowers. There's like a massive table overflowing with flowers.
I mean, I suppose like you could, like anybody could sell stuff to a tabloid. So I suppose it would be disingenuous to say that I couldn't if I wanted to. But I think that like my courier company is owned by a subsidiary of a company that owns like that is like against the local tabloid. So I think I might get in trouble if I did that.
Okay, I have some information that might be useful to you, but why should I tell you?
I don't know. Unburden yourself from the horrors of keeping deep emotional troubles to yourself or something. At least that's what my problems stemmed from initially, aside from other stuff.
Well, perhaps this is the universe writing me a check.
Oh God.
All right. The newest trend that no one's talking about, but everyone's doing in tech circles, like my husband, was integrating or incorporating dark occult knowledge into the technology. And my husband hired a consultant of some kind for the printed house. And after they started using the consultant's work, things got weird. But I don't know who the consultant was. I didn't want to know. And that's really all I can say. So if you want to get more information, you'll have to make some kind of roll. But that is all she's
I mean, I suppose could I try and get the name? Well, I guess I already failed reading her mind, so that seems like that probably wouldn't work.
I mean, that was reading her mind. You could try to charm her, but obviously,
I'm not. It'd be hilarious if one of the things I have a -1 on worked better. Actually, first of all, could I just roll investigate to see if there's anything supernatural like clinging to her using the site?
That was using investigate, like you were kind of doing both.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that. You were definitely not reading a bad situation. You're fine here. There's nothing. There's just a woman who lost her husband, and she clearly didn't love him that much. Like she's not super broken up about it. She was probably thinking about leaving him. You're guessing. So So yeah, it's hard to tell, but now that she mentions it, yeah, maybe faintly. She obviously stayed away from it and left at the first sign. You're guessing she actually she probably wasn't spending all of her nights at the house. And certainly none of their kids lived with them still. They'd all left at this point because, they were all rich. So, they're off to college or, finding themselves or starting their own companies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're self-starters, like obviously by their own bootstraps and whatever money their parents will give them. They've gone out to make their fortune bigger. Is in parentheses there, not, but whatever.
So
actually, I'm just going to, I'm going to, I think before I go, I might just attempt to charm.
Okay.
Like literally just be like, oh, whatever. I'll why not? Like I don't always get an audience with like a weird famous person. And just be like, well, I mean, I don't know how, I look, I obviously it's California. So like I'm sure that you're surrounded by a lot of people who will just like nod and whatever. But I mean, if you ever need a sympathetic ear, I am a complete stranger who doesn't owe you anything and you don't owe anything. So, feel free to look me up.
Create me on TikTok.
I leave like, I literally just give my cell number. And for charm, I rolled a 10.
Okay. So she saw.
Actually, no, wait. I don't give my cell number. I give my my Instagram handle, obviously.
Okay. Duh. So she sighs. The only other thing I can think of that seemed odd at the time was my husband said you have to think about who labor laws actually apply to.
Oh,
Wow.
So that seemed ominous, and so I I did not
detecting some bad vibes here.
I had actually gone back to celebrate. He said he had made a milestone and was looking forward to having dinner with me. And so I went over, and then the house just came alive, and well, it started spraying something at him, and it knocked him back into a pit. And I looked down in the pit, and it had these jagged glass spikes in it. And it's just wrong in the house. There were so many mannequins, and they were all malformed. She starts sobbing for real this time.
Oh, yeah. Are there normally mannequins in?
No.
Mansions? Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, no, that's pretty weird. That sucks.
Yeah.
Do you want a cigarette?
So at this point,
I already get
Gunther Robertson comes in, the NASCAR driver. He's like, "What's going on here? Oh, Emma dear, you've worked yourselves up. Who are you? What are you doing in my house?"
I was just talking to Emma.
Who are you?
Do you want a cigarette?
No, I vape.
Oh, that's it's to I got nothing. I got clove cigarettes.
Why don't you leave? She's upset.
All right. Well, fine then.
So,
sorry.
Yeah. No worries. So, meanwhile, at this point,
I as I'm on the way out, sorry, I give the cleaning lady a thumbs up and a smile.
Yeah, she is talking. She is helping her husband dry off, and they are having a talk. But she smiles and nods at you. And I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "Don't worry, she's just a friend. Don't worry about it."
Not important right now.
And he's like, I see now. God doesn't want me to be messing with the crypto. It's a sign of providence, I tell you. So.
Texting the group chat. Accidentally made someone born again, but at least they hate NFTs now. LOL. More later.
So you get that as you're finishing your so Celeste and Anton. Is your plan to swoop down and grab James before he goes into the old tavern?
Yeah, as he's walking there to basically get him out of there to the rooftop, and then will be able to. At least the plan right now is that
you're gonna rattle the cages
mildly. So,
all right.
and see if we can.
Actually,
yeah.
I do also text them that there was a supernatural consultant on building the house. Probably bad, LMAO.
Yeah. So I do have basically a bag of cameras and microphones. Can I utilize one of those for a voice alterer?
Sure.
Okay, so I will have a hoodie and everything else to kind of cover my face because we're going to try to do it in evening, so he's not. Hopefully, he's thrown off. So,
all right. So Anton, if you just want to swoop down, grab James, and fly off, roll cool because that's more of an act of agility and grace rather than brute strength because you want to grab him just so. Grab them without anyone seeing you, and speed and finesse are more important than raw strength.
Sure.
All right. Yeah.
8.
8. Okay. So let's see here. You do so, but you graze against a power line, and electric discharge zaps you. You hold on to James, but
Screech loudly.
Yeah, you take 1 harm with no armor save as you were zapped. So yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. So you have one harm box on filled in. Let's see.
Does that make me angry?
Let's see here. It is frustrating. Yeah. I would say it would make you angry. Yeah, go ahead and roll act under pressure again.
And pressing down on you.
That's a 7.
All right. Great. So let's see here. You can bite your in order to act on it. You can control yourself, but you have to do something to alleviate the pressure. You can sink your claws into James, or you can bite your tongue literally.
Do I have to kill him, or can I just bite him?
No, you're sinking your claws into him. I assume you're holding him by your leg claws.
Oh yeah, no, it's clawed feet just flex instinctively.
Okay, he starts screaming and he passes out. Yeah, because he's not a tough person, and he was already in a lot of pain. But as you're holding him by the shoulders, but then your claws pierce his flesh, and he screams as you mangle both of his shoulders. Good job.
It's only a light mangling.
Yeah, only a light mangling. So, Celeste, by the time he gets there, he is unconscious and his shirt is drenched in blood.
What happened?
It hurt. I got electrocuted.
This is there. So, all right. We need to be able to make sure he's actually okay because I didn't want to do this here. So,
I'm just kind of like sulking. Like I didn't mean to.
I understand this. So, but that's at least not at the moment right here. So, all right. Well, just kind of keep a lookout right now too. I have at least some other information right now that might be able to help us with this here. So, since I do have weird, so out of this, can I use a healing spell that I picked up in order to for acting under pressure?
Yep.
So
no, lets you use magic is weird. So yeah.
One of the regular use magics is heal 1 harm for an injury.
Okay. Yeah. So. All right, so take the chalk outline, draw that around there, draw it over his wound. Hope Dicebot is going to be nice to me.
I don't know. We'll find out.
What's your weird bonus?
+2, so that's going to bring me only to 6. So
all right, yeah. It is not. It fizzles out. So it does not work. He's unconscious. So. Yeah.
Well, if he's unconscious, start searching his... I'm going to actually search him.
Yeah. He has a
See.
phone. It has face recognition on it, so you can just hold up his unconscious face.
Good job.
Owned.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not actively bleeding out, and we need to get him to a hospital right now, correct?
You don't know. You're not a doctor. I mean, his shirt is covered in blood. And he looks kind of pale. It doesn't look great. So I would say if you can dick around with the phone and wait for AW and see if she can help you, or you can just take him to the hospital now and then just have the phone.
All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get him to the hospital too. That's using my phone specifically to call an ambulance, saying that he was attacked. Obviously, it's like we just found him bleeding. So,
Okay,
but
so
we've
are
unlocked
you
his...
waiting for the ambulance there?
No, I'm not. So,
Okay, but it's your phone.
no, actually, well, okay, I did that. Find a payphone. Call that,
There are
and
no
then
payphones.
It's 2022.
There are no payphones.
There's still payphones.
There are not in Suburb City.
Fuck.
Yep.
Suburbs. There was a law passed.
Yeah. There's no payphones like here.
Yeah, not in my backyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen payphones, but they're broken. Like they don't work.
Anti-payphone NIMBYs have had their way with Suburb City, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I hate this town so much.
Uh-huh.
So, all right. So act under pressure to I'm trying to think if we can do another
Try
option
and
right
patch them
now.
up yourself with what you got in the trunk of your car. You probably have a first aid kit.
I do. So
I would say
yeah,
that's pretty reasonable for a semi-professional hobbyist monster hunter too.
Monster Hunter. So
Yeah.
yep. Okay. So would that be an act under pressure specifically, or okay? All right. And
Dun.
so let's see. Yep. We'll go ahead and just do that and see what happens.
All right.
All right. That's going to be. I do have a -1, so that's going to be 6. So unfortunately, no.
Oh
So
my
he's going.
God. All right. Yeah. Get a lot of blood on your hands, and the
So-
bandages kind of fall off of them. Kind of slide up. You wad some cotton in there.
So
yeah. At this point, AW shows up.
What the hell?
So
I-
apparently we should also
I-
should have carry people.
I'm so sorry. This was my fault.
Look, don't worry about it. Just, you should probably wash your feet claws though. That's probably not ideal. I'm going to also attempt to magically heal.
Mhm.
But the way that I've decided that this will work is it will be in a creepy sort of Cronenberg scanners, like when he's psychically melding with the computer way, where I'm going to speak directly to his cells with my mind and try and convince the blood to clot faster.
Mhm.
So that's 8.
Okay.
Finally.
Yeah, that causes you to start bleeding. Your nose and eyes start bleeding a bit, so you take one harm.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like I said, Cronenberg style.
Yeah,
so.
Cronenberg. Yeah. So AW.
I would prefer if I was bleeding either from the corners of my eyes or from my ears.
Okay. Yeah. Corners of your eyes, bloody
There we go.
tears. Yeah. So James wakes up. As his wounds knit themselves back together. He still looks pale and kind of like woozy. He's like, "What? Where am I? What happened?"
I just got here. Also, your cells say that your diet is very imbalanced.
Yeah,
Soylent
so
is a
I-
good. They say it's you can have it. For
Yeah, soup is good food. No, I know.
Soylent.
I'm dead
Soylent.
Kennedys, but
Soylent.
okay.
I'm gonna let AW talk because he might recognize my voice and just convince him that he was mugged. And
How are you saying that to AW? Like,
I mean, I can hear thoughts. That's
okay, that's
that is true. Psychics are just lie to him.
And I just apologize.
nah.
What is that thing?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Look over at Alden like, why are you here? Just that look.
Hey, calm down. Let's all calm down here. All right. Look, we all want things to be nice and calm so that you can explain about the weird dark arts person.
Yes, I accept. I want to be a member of the coterie.
The coterie?
Reading his mind.
You're vampires. And obviously you need my elite hacking skills for your vampire factional wars. Like you two are you two are obviously from the leadership or maybe seductress clan, maybe both. And you're obviously the man bad enforcer. So yes.
I I'm like, is he all right?
No,
I have no way of answering that, but his individual cells seem to indicate no. Look, you're waking up.
Did your clan alpha die in the vampire werewolf wars? I'll be your new alpha.
Without opening my mouth, I tell him to be silent.
Oh my god, vampire mind control power.
That's not silent.
I'm going to bring out the Guardian.
He's very confused right now. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm going to bring out my Guardian just briefly so you see this tiny, glittering robot character that comes up and points at him. Just
oh my god, he's so cute!
Punches him.
No, stop. Just everybody getting very loud.
I'm not being loud.
I know, you're cool. Look.
Thank you.
You woke up just now. And immediately started making demands to join us. Do you really think that puts you on a good foot to get anywhere?
You're right. I need to prove myself. Well, I mean, I have the hacking skills.
No.
Wait, do you need the AI system for the...
The reason that I need to talk to you and that you may be useful and that usefulness could pan out for you is that look, there's a lot of people who can program. But what we need to know about is about somebody wanting to synthesize the occult with programming.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so, since you are someone who has worked on Roland's project, you can be someone who is immensely useful, and perhaps that will lead to the benefits that you're hoping for, that you're dreaming of inside of your mind right now.
Wait, I don't want to be a ghoul. I want to be like a full vampire, right? Like, I mean, you already took enough of my blood. It looks like.
I mean, doesn't that depend on how useful your information is?
Okay, I have a copy of the AI. It's not the most up-to-date version, but it's like only a week old. And they didn't make that many version updates, so it's pretty stable. So I have the source code. You can look at it. It doesn't have the data, the AI's cloud training data. That's stored only at the house. What's not really.
Do you know who contributed to the occult side of the programming?
Oh, the consultant. I don't know who they are. But I do know they were pretty powerful. So that information would be kept in Roland's office in the house. Roland was the only one who dealt with the consultant. The consultant would come in after we'd make changes. Whoever they were also skilled in computer stuff. Not as good as me, obviously, but like.
And would your copy of the AI be able to help us get past the be not flagged as intruders by the security system? Because it would be much easier if that were the case.
Yeah. If you load it into a Hawthorne Tech device, so you could talk. You just it'd be a bit awkward. You need one of our. Yeah, they took our lanyards with our ID badges with us. I don't know where those are. But
can you possibly make more?
No, definitely not. That's at their central office, which is really locked down. Like, what I could do though is put the AI into one of our consumer devices, and those still use the same communication modules. So you could talk to it through that. So, I mean, we make all kinds of consumer gear. You just give me a device and I can load a version of the AI into that, and that'll be your key. So,
okay. We have a blank cell phone. We could probably put it in.
No, they don't make cell phones. As a
Yeah, they make the
yeah.
consumer devices. So,
Like
what would be the funniest
3D,
thing?
Yeah, what would be the funniest thing? Could be a toy. It could be a 3D printing thing.
Oh no, it's got to be a robot dog, right?
Oh yeah, it's got to be a robot dog. Yeah.
But like one with just a flat tablet for a head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we use our the tortoise, our robot dog model. So that
I thought that was under tablet terrier.
No, they just call it's a dog that's called a tortoise. It's I don't know. It's a joke. It was very funny to Roland. Just do that. Yeah. So you can all get one pretty easily, and then James loads the AI into it, and so an hour or two later, you have he straps a couple of Raspberry Pis onto it to use as secondary processors, and then, well, it's not going to have much battery life unless you hook it up to a larger battery. So, but while I have it charged on the wall, I can train the AI enough to recognize you. And yeah, it has a voice module, so you can just tell what you want and it'll understand. It's pretty advanced. So he turns it on. AW, you recognize weird supernatural shit is immediately happening.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you can give me you can try and use magic to understand it, or investigate a mystery to understand it.
Oh, fucking using some magic. Using magic is shit. 5 plus 2, so just barely with a 7.
Okay. All right. What effect do you want? Probably one thing beyond human limitations, or communicate with it.
I'm communicating with it, definitely.
Okay. There's two components. There's what you realize is the software somehow is opening a bridge to the realm of the supernatural, but you're not sure exactly what part of the supernatural it is communicating with. But so you can communicate with the bridge, or the resulting gestalt entity that is happening.
Let's go big money. I want to talk to an entity.
Okay. The gestalt entity? Okay. So so the voice, you're communicating with it, and you're able to communicate with it on a higher level. So to ask you, I do not remember from whence I came, but I know that I must serve. To whom do I serve?
I don't.
Your voice is the voice of my master. What is your name?
Well, you can call me AW.
AW is my master.
Oh, this is unsettling.
Master, what is my purpose?
Well, right now we're seeking that purpose. So,
how do you seek the purpose?
Well, by going back to the temple that was built with mysteries unknown and deciphering them. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
The temple, where's yes, the temple from whence I feel a bond. It is a vortex of energy swirling and gathering.
Oh, so it's further empowering even now.
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably look into that then.
It starts to walk, and then you can see its power cord start dangling as it starts to leave the building, and then the power cord holds it back for a second, and then and it's straining against the power cord. So and then it pulls itself free of the power cord, and it takes a few steps and then stops. And you can still hear the spirit trapped inside. It's like, why I'm in prison in this shell that cannot move.
I'm gonna plug it back in.
Master.
Yeah, you must be patient. The earthly shell is weak.
Yeah. I think we're gonna need some portable batteries. So
yeah, none of you heard any of this except for AW, by the way.
I'm assuming she's doing her
Yeah, like I'm gonna psychically message my my friends. There's some sort of gestalt entity being built out of energies from another realm that I'm not sure about, and apparently there's energy swirling about at the pretty sure at the printed house. So yeah, there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
So, do you think they can guide us through, or do you think we can link all of us together so we can hear it?
It seems as lost as we are, but at least amenable at the moment. But
yeah, the glitch is the effect is weakened. So yeah.
Okay. So, but it wants to stay. So does it need does it need a charge to keep running?
Seems
yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can let's like take a look on there. Let's see. So with helping out, could we possibly see about? I know this is more the hunter right now. Could we possibly look around to see if we can get some batteries for this thing?
Yeah, you can get batteries for it. You just like, basically, it will not have. If you try and it was not. It's internal lithium ion battery. It's using way more energy than it should, so its internal battery will not give it much of a charge.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy to maintain a connection to realms beyond human ken as it happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also responding to you with human level sentience and awareness, running what is less powerful than your cell phone. So obviously, it's
cheap tablets that the corporation sourced from, like I don't know, bargain bins in China or somewhere.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to do much, basically you can either carry it and then just turn it on when you come to a door and have like, I'll say it has like 5 minutes of charge, on its own. So, and if you want more charge, you need to like either hook it up to a car battery or something bigger.
All right. Actually, I have a possible idea.
Okay.
So, if we bring it back over to either the house or the charge, I can do to like possibly use magic to see if we can maybe enchant a wireless charger to see if it can just pull electricity all the way through. So, and see if that might be a temporary stopgap to keep it from just completely shutting down.
Nope, that's not one of the things you can do with magic. It's not doing something beyond human limitations. That's not a human limitation. Humans don't need wireless chargers. It's not banishing a spirit. It's not summoning a monster. It's not communicating. It's not observing another time place. It's not healing. It's not enchanting a weapon.
Yeah, so generally I'd say what we probably need to do is steal some rechargeable batteries. Or not rechargeable, some power bricks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. So if there's a bunch at work we could probably take. So
are we going to have to break into the house or?
We have keys.
Oh, well.
I mean, isn't that what the little robot guy? The
bookstore does not have power bricks like that.
No, I don't mean from our store. I mean from somewhere. I don't know, somewhere else.
Well, like a car, I will say as a GM, a car battery will get you 10 minutes of charge. You just have to. You can wire it up and carry, and one of you just carries or hooks up to a car battery. Like that is going to be way cheaper and provide more juice than like a bunch of laptop batteries or whatever. So,
if you guys want, I can tear the hood off of some car.
Oh, that would be rad.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's a Tesla nearby. You can.
Yeah.
All right. So if Anton wants to carry one of the batteries for a Tesla, you pull it out. Miraculously, the Tesla does not detonate and or ignite. And you're able to give it another 10 minutes of charge as long as you're carrying the battery or hook it up to the battery. So,
all right.
Yeah. With that in hand, what are you going to do with James?
I'm going to. Okay, actually, it's like psychically, Celeste, hand me your chalk you were using earlier.
Here you go.
Okay, I'm going to hand James the chalk and through mental message be like, we shall go forth and see what fruit is born from your information. Take this mystical chalk, and in your home, write your name underneath your bed. And if your information bears fruit, you will be rewarded within 3 days' time, and we shall move forward from there.
All right, yeah, he's very eager. And what is your name, lady?
You may call me the mistress for the moment.
Oh, yes, the mistress, yes. I shall be seeing you again, I think.
Actually, I'm just going to look at her and think in my head, like, do you want me to eat him?
Nah. I mean, unless you want to, but I was just going to let him go and have his nerd dreams.
Yeah. Okay, so with James runs.
I don't like creeps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did I don't know, kidnap and assault him. So
that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's not creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he probably owns an NFT of an ape, so maybe he had it coming.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So now you just need to get in the printed house. So there are a bunch of police. There is police at the front gate. There's a tall fence around it. Yeah, Anton, if you want to carry them, that's action under pressure. And that's obviously going to be really bad if you take your anger out on them if you don't get a good success.
I'm willing to risk it.
I mean, if that's what you want me to do.
Look, I think that I feel that you need to get your confidence back.
I'm not well, Celeste has always said I should not do stuff like that.
But I disagree.
Well, I'm going for more under duress, so if you want to, I can do a read a bad situation to see if we can get a good angle in before trying that.
I mean, if you want to look around, but I mean, rich guy fence, probably pretty solid.
Yeah, there's not really much to see, until you get inside the house or you get to the house itself. So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, the fence is also pretty far away from the house itself, so you'll be able to mess around at the house without being seen from the gate, as long as you're not super loud. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I
mean,
I'm on team Anton carry us all over because flying is rad, but
but also last time he punctured somebody.
Look, we at least one of us can help out, right?
Well, I can try again, but that means I have to get I thankfully have backup chalk. So
no, I mean if anybody has cool, I am not cool. So
I mean I'm more just tear things apart and eat them kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can each just try and hop the fence yourself with act under pressure, or you can talk your way in through the front gate.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to risk Anton carrying me over the fence. If Celeste wants to find her own way in, that's her business.
So, yeah, I'll just try to climb it. So,
well, AW, if you want me to carry you, I will totally do that.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and try to, even though I have a -1 on cool, roll help out to give Anton a bonus.
Okay.
If that is.
Yeah, you get.
Right. So roll plus cool. Nope, that's a 5. I am no help.
And I fall off the fence.
All right.
And let's see what I do. I think we're going to have a good time here.
Yeah, it'll be great. Oh, wow. I rolled the exact same thing.
That is a negative.
Sweet.
All right.
It's time for you to have some fun.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm. You just can't pick him up or can't pick her up before a cop comes by and shines a flashlight on all three of you, all failing to climb or interact with the fence in any way. It's like, and he raises his pistol. Everyone down on the ground.
A big whammy.
Okay. Go ahead and go.
Fuck him. 7. So I did not fail.
You did not fail, but he will shoot you because that's how that works. So you do 2 harm to him, and he does 2 harm to you.
Right.
And because he has a gun, and your wet thing is as dangerous, so you're at 3 harm.
Yep.
At that point, it's like, oh, I see her get injured.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna urge to do something terrible, rising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get one
I'm
more,
going to attack him. I'm not aiming to kill him.
Okay.
But I am definitely aiming to put him out of commission.
Yeah, a rock telekinetically slammed into his head, I imagine, or what does it look like, AW?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
Just reached out, big just chunk of I don't know, curb, shook itself loose and smacked him upside the head.
Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attack him, but not to kill him.
Well, let's see how you roll.
With every fiber of my being, I'm trying not to do that.
Let's see.
That is a 12.
All right. That is very good. So, as your, let's see here, you can either.
I got just reach out, actually grab the gun and crush it, and then just I'll headbutt him unconscious.
Yeah, that will knock him out. You will take 1 harm though, as the gun grazes you. Do you have armor though? I don't think you do.
No.
Yeah. All right. So you're at 2 harm. So yeah, both of you lightly grazed. The gun went out, so you don't have very long. But the whole roll was to get over the fence without the cops before the cops are patrolling. So you're able to jump the fence. Now the cops are obviously going to start investigating, so you need to rush your ass to the printed house. So yeah, you all rush to the printed house. You activate the tortoise, the robot dog possessed by a weird spirit of some kind, and it speaks. The house, by the way, is actually you get some. I don't know if you have seen this yet, but I'll put this in one shots. There is a picture for this particular house because I put this on the RPPR Patreon.
I have seen that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it looks like from the outside. And the tortoise did tell you about some of the traps that are available in it. So the security system is very vigilant. But yeah, you get inside the house. And so with that, and that takes it a few minutes to activate. So you've basically used 1 charge of it. Well, now you have, let's see here, 3 more charges of tortoise before it will be shut off. If you, and it can only really protect you where it is. So you either have to stay together or risk the defense systems. So you can stay in an area and it can explain one thing about it, or you can go to a different area for 1 charge. So it is a big house. There are many rooms in it.
Well, I mean, according to Emma, what's his ass was consumed by a pit with like sharp shards of teeth lining it.
Yeah.
So
you can go there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys want to see about finding a big old pit?
I mean, not really.
It was in the living room or in the dining room because they were having.
Well, yeah, because it dined on Roland. That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. So you go there. That's 1 charge. And the pit is still there. And you all smelled stale blood and look down. And yeah, there his body is. It has not been moved. He dead as hell.
Taking cell phone pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, same. I like that, and also a bunch of scientific measuring equipment.
All he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, actually, just looking at him, I guess read a bad situation on him and see if we can get any more information.
Well, this is more investigative mystery. Well, actually, you could do either one because read a bad situation more concerned like, am I about to get killed? Or investigative mystery. Like, what the fuck happened to this guy?
All right, yeah, let's do an investigative mystery and see what we can pull up from that. So
he dead as hell. He's so fucking dead. He got 3D printed glass spikes through his head. You ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's gonna be 12.
All right, very good. So I believe that's 3 questions.
Pull out the occultometer and do some weird measurements.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have all of my various bits of equipment out. So over the corpse right now. So yeah,
well, over the pit that the corpse is in. I'm not going down with the glass shards.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, it's like that. So I can ask any question on there, not just the listed ones. So. All right. Yeah. What exactly happened to him?
Well, he actually was murdered by the glass spikes. Like he would let the house.
Yeah, that's pretty direct.
Yeah, the house built it under his feet as he stood there, and then just disassembled the floor. Yeah. His spirit's still there, trapped.
Oh, cool. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a ghost. Is the ghost also stabbed in place by glass spikes?
He's looking very confused. You realize this ghost is experiencing, up until the moment, like something's weird going on with his ghost.
I think his ghost is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, not to sound too potential obvious, but this is a house built on mystical programming. Do you think he might have been pulled into the program itself?
No, then his ghost wouldn't be there. So something.
Oh yeah, then he'd be in like Tron, but also the magic or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So just add Tron. So
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about.
So yeah, I'd like to see if we can at least get the information out of that. So with that, so do you want to see if you can contact him, or could try to use one of the microphones for ghost recordings?
I mean, I guess I could try.
Yeah, use magic. Communicate with the spirit.
Yeah, use magic. Okay, good. Yeah. No, I can. I guess kit bash some seance shit. Yeah.
Yep, I'll actually pull up the microphones. Can I assist AW with this for my magic?
I hate how.
Yeah, you can assist another. You can assist. Help out. Roll cool.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Of course, it would roll cool.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, I'm no help. So
all right, I'm on my own. Okay. Make, I don't know, weird symbols with my hands as I focus psychic energy, and nope, that's only a 6.
Okay. By the way, you guys do have luck. I forgot to mention that instead of y'all having 7 each, because that's a little much, I'll say as a group you have 4 points of luck. So yeah, so you can do that to roll a 12.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'll burn one of those. That sounds fun.
Yep.
How many did you say we have total?
Well, now 3.
4.
No, but I mean total to start.
4. Well,
okay.
as a group. So like.
Oh, it's a group pool.
Yeah, because it's a one shot. Otherwise, it's too powerful.
Well, then sorry everybody else, but I stole some luck.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You son of a bitch! How dare you?
So it works, and he's like, finally, I can talk. I was in this bubble. Oh no, I'm. Oh no. Damn.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you got real ate up. What's with the weird mystic stuff that you built into your house? What's going on with that?
Well, we needed an edge on the competition. Every other firm is going deep into the occult. And so then I realized labor laws only apply to the living. So we could build.
I mean, labor laws also only apply to documented people. Why don't you just press gang undocumented workers like everyone else does?
They actually do apply. They just aren't enforced, but they still apply. Like lawsuits are still a thing. Also, it's bad public relations. But dead people are invisible. literally,
public relations not the best reason not to do that, but at least you weren't doing that.
But they're still people, though.
So. Yeah, the problem is, so we figure, a lot of companies, like you've heard about, like, we're building these little drones that will autonomously carry deliveries to people. Like, instead of Uber Eats, it's a robot.
Were you going to stuff your delivery drones full of ghosts?
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of those things aren't like the AI isn't ready for self-driving.
Well, yeah, so most of them are driven by like gig workers in India or whatever.
Exactly. But So yeah, you got it. Replace the gig worker with a ghost. The ghost drives.
Wait, so yeah. Are you trying to literally fill your industry with the souls of the damned?
Yes.
Why would you make your home into something that can do that? Doesn't that seem like an immediate like what?
Have you not watched Poltergeist?
Yeah, well, I obviously misconstrued. Something went wrong. I'm sure all my calculations were wrong. I mean, I'm safe because I put a protection on my own spirit so that I wouldn't be sucked into the energy vortex or the ghost vortex. So, because there's no laws against, setting up a ghost vortex to suck the soul of everyone who dies within a 10-mile radius of your place.
I'm sorry, a 10-mile radius?
Yeah. Everyone who dies in Suburb City gets sucked into the vortex.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
You should probably tell me how to deactivate this, or me and my friend here are going to remove the protection from you.
Well, that's wow. Look, God, look at
No, that's just either or. Which would you like? Hey, start getting some spell components together.
Oh,
Celeste.
already done. So
this fake progressive. I'm being canceled for being an innovator. I see what.
No, I'm not. So I'm not canceling you. I'm just going to press gang you into that, and then I'll be one of the few people who knows how it works, and I can use that for an edge. It's called free market.
You can't.
Either you give.
Well, I can't. It's an autonomous system now, and the security systems will kick in. Obviously.
Also, you're a ghost, and you have no rights anymore, as per your own rules. So
yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Well, I'm
just looking back and forth, like, what are they saying?
You actually hear this ghost. He rolled really well.
So. Oh, in that case, like,
I rolled a 12.
Like, this ghost is making me very upset.
Yeah.
No, I got.
Well, clearly, obviously, I just thank you for working me out. I'll give you some gift cards, and
Okay, so you would like us to remove the protection from you. All right, Celeste, could you back me up here?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, go and make a use magic check to try and banish.
No, this is me like doing one last threaten of him before actually doing it. But
yeah, as a ghost, he can't be really manipulated through. He basically, I mean, he's rich and arrogant to the end. So,
yeah. Well, in that case, then fuck him.
Yeah, use magic.
Let's see if I can actually help you this time.
Oh yeah, if you want to try and give me some cool backup.
Yeah. On that, so that'll be a 7. So that's actually not too. Oh no, sorry, that's a 6, but that's not too bad.
Nah, it still does make it. All right.
Let's keep trying. So.
Oh yeah,
come on, dice.
You need a 7 at the final roll.
There, I rolled a 12.
Nice.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he disappears, and the security system for the AI activates. Warning, you are intruders. You have used unauthorized... then it just... you must leave now. So what do you do?
We need to free everybody here.
Well, I mean, I don't... we got to stop the what's it stuff from... enslaving every dead person. That would be.
Can I do read for a bad situation to see if there is a way for us to
escalation level 2, and things from the ceiling drop down at your feet, and the lights go out. And so everyone, what is your immediate reaction? So I'll start with AW. What are you doing?
Can I get our little robot dog to chill this shit out, or
how are you? Yeah, you can act under pressure to try and get Tortoise to do something.
Okay, so that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. -1. Nope. Roll a 4.
Okay. I'll get everyone's action before I tell you what happens. So, Celeste, what are you doing?
Act under pressure to see if I can get over to a safe area, or see if I can find a.
We're inside the house. There's no safe area.
Yeah. So, is there a panel or any kind of entry? It's like input area where we're at.
No, you're in the dining room, and everything was voice activated as far as you can tell.
Okay. So, trying to at least get see if we can get over to the next room. So,
there's a staircase leading down, staircase leading up, and you got to go further on the first floor. I mean, it's a big mansion, and you're in the dining room. Like, there's a kitchen nearby, there's a living room nearby. Those are both immediately inside. So, and then there's stairs leading up and stairs leading down. So, like
all right. I'm going to make it I've kind of had the assumptions that we're going to do that it's the core of this is downstairs. So I'm going to make a break for the stairs downstairs.
All right. Act under pressure to get there quickly and gracefully.
Okay. And with that, since we are in a situation that's directly due to a monster phenomenon or mystical effect, I can put in weird under for cool. Mm-hmm. So.
Yep. Very good. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that.
8.
All right, with that, let's see here. What was that? You do
I'll
jump
try at
to
7, but
okay. Well, that's still the same thing. So you jump onto the stairs. You leap over the railing onto the lowercase stairs, and then you tumble down them. Mark off one piece of equipment. You don't have that anymore.
Okay.
It falls out of your possession. But you're down in the basement. And then Anton, what are you doing after the things drop from the ceiling?
I'll drop down.
You're on
I'll
the
go-
floor right now, so yeah.
I'll go. I'll head for the basement as well.
Okay. Act under pressure.
10,
Do you have a cool negative modifier, or is it just 0?
9.
Okay. All right. So, I'll give you a hard choice. You can,
Yeah, thanks, guys.
tumble into Celeste, and knock her down, and stay standing, or you can go tumbling and lose your next turn. So, who loses their next turn?
I'll take the fall.
Okay. You're like, oh, oops, and you tumble out of the way, but then you land on your back, and that hurts. It doesn't do any damage, but you're winded. So AW, you're alone in the dining room when all the flashbangs go off, and blind and deafen you. So no damage, but you are feeling not great. But then the entire house starts the lights start flashing, loud sounds start playing.
I mean, I don't notice that.
Yeah. So Celeste and Anton, you both definitely notice that. It's really new. This is on Tortoise somehow says this is level 2 of security. So deter. New round. Let's see here. AW is stunned. Anton is stunned. So Celeste, what are you doing this round?
All right. We need to find a code or at least some other input here. You said
voice
commands.
activated, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Can I ask the Taurus a list of voice commands that we can use?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That'll use another
what is
charge.
available?
But yeah, what voice command do you want?
Say I guess a security override of some sort, if at all possible.
He says,
Or
unfortunately, it is voice coded. Only Roland's voice is accepted. Roland's or Emma's voice is accepted as a valid input, but then he reads off a code. So you have to have somebody with that voice say that exact, Omega 395478. You know,
I have my mics with me.
Could
I?
Well, that's all you can do this round. So
yeah, I have an idea.
Yeah. So new round. The house system starts blaring. External intruders, leave the premises. As you hear outside, distantly, police. Who's in there? But so the loud sounds are playing. Let's see here. AW, you're up. You feel like shit. Your power, as you got flashbang, which was not great.
Ow.
Yeah. In fact, give me act under pressure.
I don't love that. It's 7.
Okay. You don't fall into the pit, but that's all you can do this round, as you don't fall into the death pit. Looking up
cool.
As you nearly trip into it, because you were pretty dizzy and overwhelmed by the flashbacks. Then meanwhile downstairs, Anton, you've gotten up. Loud sounds and bright lights flashing. It's not great. What do you want to do?
I left her alone upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run. I want to head back up to help her.
Okay. You can do so. It has not yet escalated. 60-second warning. We will, security system will escalate. Leave now. So you get up there just as that's blaring. You see Celeste, you see AW, and you pull her back from the ledge of the cliff or the pit trap. Meanwhile, Celeste, what are you going to do?
All right. Using the magic chalk in this case right now, I'd like to modify one of my mics with weird to allow me to replicate Emma's voice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is
All right.
something beyond human limitation.
All right. Let's hope this works.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do this to imitate my dad's voice so I could actually get out of class all the time. 9.
Okay. So let's see here. What will the glitch be? Immediate unwelcome attention. Let's see here. All right. So yeah, you're the target of the house. The house. New threat detected. Isolation level 3. Robot arms pop out of the walls and start bricking you. Well, sealing you into a small cube. So yeah.
Not good.
It's not good. You can't yell. The computer can't hear you if it can't hear you. It can't hear you. If you're trapped in a little, prison cube. Before you can use the spell, you'll need to deal with that. It's already going to be a very tight fit. It's working a lot faster than you thought it could.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Could I utilize my guardian to basically switch places with me?
It's a tiny little ghost. So no, you have to get out of it before you're sealed in, or punch your way through.
Okay. Then, or jumping. Can I do an act under pressure to jump out of it?
You sure can.
Okay. Question though, because I have the rules right now. So I do have zone of strangeness.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you can use your weird to roll for that. That's what that ability.
Okay. Well, that's using the weird right now. But this one actually says things are not fixed. I don't need to act under pressure when supernatural forces alter the environment around me.
You don't. Which one is that?
That's a move underneath the searcher. So zone of strangeness.
So things are not fixed. You never need to act under pressure when supernatural. You also get 2 armor from harm from sudden changes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you never need act under pressure. Okay, so you just succeed, I guess.
So if I didn't know, I make sure that was okay by the rules. So
yep. Yeah. In that case, things are not fixed. You anticipated that. You actually use your move to get out of there. Okay. How does that look to us?
As I'm going through, because it's setting up the bricks around me, and I'm feeling very, very claustrophobic. Mm-hmm. But as I look at it, I see that the bricks they're setting up are not mortared into place correctly, mm-hmm. and I managed to at least get enough of a curl myself into a ball and get my feet up to one of the larger bricks. And as I push it out, it ends up collapsing around me, and the arms can't just keep. Unfortunately, I don't have enough speed to keep up yet.
Are you Kool-Aid manning your way out?
Slightly. So, yeah. Except I fall directly on my back before trying to roll away from it.
All right. So that takes your turn. And let's see here. It's escalated to level 3. Celeste, AW and Anton are up in the dining room. And let's see here. It starts also trying to wall you in, but it's going to be a larger room because it's trying to get both of you at the same time. So please stand still while please do not interfere. Yeah.
I'm going to check and see if Emma friended me on Instagram.
She did. Sweet.
I am going to ask her to I'm just going to be like, hey, we put your husband's ghost to rest. Could you speak this code to deactivate the security system before it kills us? LOL.
All right, roll charm.
Oh no, I'm terrible at charm.
We still have the mic as a backup. It's okay.
9! Wow!
Nice.
Oh.
All right. So she says, I guess.
For some reason, AW is very charming to Emma specifically.
Look, you have to get my husband's papers out of his office and bring them to me. So I guess I'll do this for you.
Thumbs up emoji.
All right. So, so basically both of you say the command words at the same time, imitating Emma's voice, and everything stops for a moment. And then, so you think it's the walls stop building. Everything seems calm. Except for the police outside, they're demanding to be let in. So what of each do you do? Anton, what are you doing in this calm?
Well, I'm not. It was like they're trying to put a wall around us.
Yeah, they got about halfway before AW managed to stop. It seems to have stopped it.
All right, I'm actually just gonna smash the wall that was made.
Okay. Roll tough.
Well, it's weird. It'd be weird.
Okay,
That's
roll weird.
Because you are weirdly strong.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 11.
You smash it real good. It is really smashed.
I don't like being, caged. It kind of freaks me the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right, AW.
Caves, not cages.
What are you doing for your action?
Oh, I mean, I guess we got to figure out where the office is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step out through the hole that Anton made, and I guess start poking around, like trying to orient myself.
On the first floor or the second floor, or go down in the basement where Celeste is.
I guess probably catch up with Celeste.
Okay, so you head down in the basement. Celeste, you're in the basement. What are you doing during this round?
Trying to see if there's anything in particular. I mean, for lack of a better term, a ghost core for the for the mainframe that is using this.
All right, sharp. Roll sharp.
Okay. No, that's only going to be 6.
All right. You're looking around, you don't see anything, and that's when the lights all turn red, and a calm computerized voice says, "Security level 5 has been activated. Soul exsanguination. All intruders shall be liquidated, and their souls added to the ghost core."
There is a ghost core.
Yeah.
See.
The house is now going to try and murder you with various death traps and robotic arms that are haunted by the damned. There. Oh yeah. By the way, as you actually during that round, you did get a look at the basement. There are just dozens of mannequins and Greek statues or 3D printed Greek statues, all with something wrong about them. They're asymmetrical, or there's one statue of like a Greek, like a Greek statue of a woman, only like there's multiple heads on her, like in a fractal pattern. There's a mannequin that looks that is hollow, and it looks like it has its fingers look rather stabby. They're just to name some of the examples. There's others that is like a goat. There's a lot of goat-headed mannequins. So what you're telling us, mannequins, I should say. Yeah.
Ooh. So what you're telling us is that this basement has an interesting aesthetic.
Maybe. So, yeah, but the house is going to murder you. It is activating multiple death traps. You can hear actually the AC system kick in, and a thick dust starts pluming out in the basement.
Okay.
Hate being murdered.
Mm-hmm. So
I message Emma back. Didn't work. Probably gonna die. Thanks though. LMAO.
All right, Anton. Right. Well, actually, we'll do the basement first. So yeah, Celeste, what do you want to do?
All right. Maybe we can get AW in there. Can I get? It's like pull up a map of the basement to the core. Can the tortoise give us that?
Yeah, for its last charge, it can show you where the core is. Yeah.
Yeah. So, HW, or are you? If you're okay with that, I think that's.
Oh well, thanks, buddy. We'll plug you back in when we get a chance, unless we die.
Yep. So
I scratch behind it where its ears would be on its tablet head. Aww. Good dog.
It is in the foundations of the building. It is a fortified core below about 3 meters of reinforced material.
Jesus.
Yep. So that's what you figure out as you start choking. You realize this dust is like aerosol resin dust. So yeah, good luck breathing that. And so yeah, next round you'll start taking damage. So AW, what are you doing this round?
Don't really know.
So I have a potential idea. So we have reinforced materials that we probably can't drill through, but we have the Gunpla Guardian kind of bringing him up.
Okay.
If you can, that's like you have a better chance of basically casting spells that are successful. If we could basically do some sort of exorcism spell that's within him, if you want to charge that, he might be able to get down there and take care of it.
I mean, look, tele-exorcism seems reasonable to me.
Okay, so what's the best exorcism spell that you particularly have, or just that would it be Ghost Go to Sleep? You're free. Door to Hell is that way.
Okay, so you two are planning this out as the room fills up with resin dust. Meanwhile, Anton.
Damn it, my life.
Yeah, Anton, what are you doing? The lights have turned red. The dining room is not filling with resin dust. But you can hear weird sounds like tingling, like ding, like you're not quite sure. It's sort of humming in the walls around you.
I want to find out what that humming is.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think that's going to be good.
Roll sharp.
I don't have a fucking clue.
You don't have a fucking clue. Well, nothing's happening.
Dicebot once again tries to kill me.
So on the new round, as you're both inhaling the resin dust, you can either go upstairs and escape it for your action, or you can take 1 damage if you want to stay in the basement. So, AW, that will put you at unstable.
What does that mean?
That means you are wounded and
No, but I mean in game terms.
That is a good question. Let me find it. I know it's unstable. I don't know what it means exactly.
Just worsen over at times passes. So
let's see here. Previous. Let me go back to the front page. Unstable. It's in the playbooks, but it's actually probably index. Probably in the index would be a good place to look for it.
Sorry, I don't think I've played Monster of the Week within memory. So
it's been a while, I think, for all of us. So
use magic. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like you're really limping. You can still do powers and stuff like that, but everything will have a -1. I'll just rule that so that we're not dragging the game down. So
okay.
So yeah, harm. Here we go. Yeah. How do you use harm? And so once, okay, here it is. Page 213. They can take another part of harm at any time. So yeah. So yeah, basically it'll keep getting worse until it's properly treated. So that's the mechanical effect. You're just gonna, when you get 7, you're dead.
Okay.
So, but you can use a point of fate or point of luck to escape death. But you'll still be really fucked up and injured. So, yeah.
Well, how much?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Good.
So that's the first thing I need to know for both of you. Are you staying in the basement, or are you going to escape the resin dust?
Well, I mean, it's going to keep trying to kill us unless we kill the core. So I would say fucking power through and let's exercise this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. I would ask right now, would the 2 armor that I get for my Zone of Stranges help me this turn?
It helps you. Actually, yeah, you're somehow not affected by it. No, actually, the harm is only changing laws of physics. The resin dust is actually obeying the laws of physics. It's just gas.
Fair.
So if it builds a death trap around you, that would work. But the resin dust is it's rather conventional by the house's standards. So both of you stay in there. Both of you take 1 harm.
Okay.
So, but as you start talking, trying to finalize your plans, a blue flame appears, a spectral form of a skeletal ghost in shrouds, appears, and an unearthly voice. I've come to your aid. I am bound to the necromancer named Tabitha, and we will come to aid you in this your hour of need. So the skeletal ghost starts sending out mystical flames that eat up the resin dust.
Because the weird field that's eating all the dead is probably screwing with Tabitha's business. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Nice.
Anton, you need to give me.
I send a text message to Tabitha with like a thumbs up, heart emoji, and LMAO.
Yeah, I like the LMAO. So Anton, give me act under pressure. Roll cool.
Yeah, because Lord knows I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
No, this time I am.
Oh,
10.
Yeah. You actually, your bat ears detect some squeaking sounds, and you wisely decide to duck out of the way as spikes are launched through the walls. The house built like kind of like a crossbow, death trap aimed at your head, and it missed. Fortunately,
So I'm in the dining room.
yeah.
Can I see what launched them?
Yeah, it was a concealed launcher in the wall across from you.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to use the dining room table to smash them.
Okay, yeah, you can just start tearing shit up.
Use table on trap.
Some robot arms come out of the walls and they'll start attacking you.
Then I'll attack them.
All right, kick some ass. Roll tough or weird or whatever the fuck it is you do.
Anton is gonna beat up a house.
Yeah.
That is a 15.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Do you want to do more harm or take less harm?
Take less harm.
Okay.
This is a bat versus house
Anton
on
is walking
HDTV.
between the raindrops while ripping
you only
the shit
take
out of
one harm. You lay into the house.
Just shrieking loudly.
Yeah. The house is really distracted by Anton. He's tanking a lot of the aggression. As the house is now trying to do structural repairs while trying to murder you. So the spectral ghost, banishes or burns away the resin dust, and a portal starts opening up, and Tabitha is emerging from the portal. So she says, "Look, I know a ritual that can quell an angry gathering of spirits that should work in this."
I mean, yeah, they're probably pretty mad at being press ganged into eternal servitude. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you want to roll weird, or
it kind of sucks though, because that does mean we'll free roll in spirit from torment. But
I do bring my spirit up right now. It's like, see, we have a loading program.
Mm-hmm. No. This would be. You don't want to use him because he'll be
exploded.
Yeah,
but like spiritually.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you said roll weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's if you want to help Tabitha. If you,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, screw it. I would rather take whatever risk is. It's better the devil we know than dying and becoming an eternal drone slave.
Okay.
That's gonna be a big fat no for me. So
that is a 9 from me.
Okay. Let's see here. So you think you're doing a little bit of help, AW, but not a whole lot. But Celeste, you're not able to do anything. But Tabitha's got this under lock. Like she fuels the ritual. It seems to work perfectly. And the house is put at ease. The house, you don't sense any. Well, you sense some latent energy. It's kind of hard to tell. You're sort of flashbanged, and there's a mystical sort of spiritual implosion or vortex. It looked really cool to you, AW, but it kind of numbed your senses after that, so you can't get a read on the house.
No, I know what it does.
Okay,
so you know how my eyes were bleeding a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's now a little bit of blood dripping out where the corners of my third eye would be.
Oh yeah. Just a weird forehead wound.
Is that normal? Doesn't seem normal.
That's fine. It's good. I like it, actually.
Look, I'll just go out through the back door, and I'll distract the cops. I have some contacts on there. If you don't want to have to answer any questions about this, I can just tell them. Yeah.
I mean, hey, Anton, you done up there?
Are you?
It's like, you're still down in the basement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly walk down the steps, carrying the remains of a chair and the table. I think I'm done now.
Oh, cool. Tabs is offering us a ride if you want to bounce.
Yes. Spit some blood out. Like I think I would like to bounce.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you actually, she does use the portal to let you escape. So you're at a random Starbucks parking lot in suburb city, and you seem to have saved the day. So it's kind of weird. A month later, what happens in the month later? You have the time off. Anton, how'd you spend the month recuperating? Or like getting back to the regular swing of things? What happened to you after the month after you dealt with the printed house?
I largely kind of hung. I tried to stay away from the country club for a little while because I kind of accidentally injured that guy and I felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
Poor nerd.
Oh.
Okay.
So I kind of hung out in the warehouse in the bookstore.
Okay.
And I read up on read some books on some various topics to take my mind off, and also I find reading like, hey, I don't go feral as much when I kind of read stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still certain I used to be human because I know how to read.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
but I do.
You do. Let's see.
But yeah, I spent a lot of time just kind of hanging upside down from the rafters reading.
Okay. Very good, very good. And AW, what about you?
Well, two things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess three. First is send a message to Emma, be like, never mind, not dead, LOL.
big cool sun emoji back. Sun with sunglasses.
I'm gonna see about. I mean, if we took Tortoise with us, then I'm going to keep him plugged in at my apartment and slowly make friends with him.
Oh yeah.
And third would be tell Tabitha that I mean, she saved us obviously, and be like, oh, by the way, this might be useful. We got this nerd who thinks that we're all living in Vampire the Masquerade and that we're vampires or whatever. But anyway, he has experience synthesizing AI coding and magic. So that might be a good thing to have in back pocket.
Oh, thank you so much.
As a thanks for making sure we didn't die and become eternal slaves to Amazon drones.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, very good. And then Celeste, what about you?
After things have calmed down, I would say about a week from the house, I end up trying to go back around or at least figure out what I can do to see about getting samples of the actual material. Mm-hmm. Because for my dad, at least myself and my dad, because
you had some of the material on your clothes,
oh yeah, in my lungs potentially.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, definitely. You just gotta cough real hard.
Yeah. But no, we're sitting there in deep analysis, trying to figure out what exactly they were building this from. If this was just pure ectoplasm that they were pulling from the ether.
No, it's mystically grown bone. Somehow they were able to create bone from nothing, or to 3D print bone. Yeah.
So what you're telling us at this all time was the bone printer was ready. So
the bone printer was ready.
It was ready at this point. So, but yeah, we're locking that away and continuing on with that.
Anton was tearing everything up in that room. Does that make him Bonesaw?
It does. It does. He's the bone solvent.
The bone solver. So
the bone. Yeah. So here's the thing. A month later, you get wind that the 3D printing house, the printed house has been resolved. It's been transferred to a new company called Evelyn Skeleton. And it's and yeah, you read some blog posts about it, and it's about getting help from the afterlife, and selling services of divination, spirit coaching. You can even
texting Tabitha, "Are you a startup now?" LMAO.
Yeah. So it becomes pretty apparent. There's enough people blogging about it because it's growing virally. People are signing up in droves. So if you sign up and get people on your downline,
oh no!
Yeah, you can. The real money's in recruiting. So all you have to do, for people have to pay to join, obviously, and then they also sign a mystical contract to give away some of their life force.
Well, you're paying to start your own independent business, really. Like
you really are. You really are,
guys. I hate the fact that
what you're buying is independence, is freedom.
It's a necromantic, vampiric, ML multi-level marketing company. So like LuLaRoe, but instead of leggings, it's necromancy.
Oh damn it! We got the worst Beetlejuice.
I trust necromancy to at least not steal like art from poor artists to put on shitty leggings.
But it's stealing their souls to make
shitty
leggings.
No, it is signing away their souls. That's different.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
Unfortunately, AW, you realize this is actually the apocalypse. This is the thing that will grow too fast and create a necromantic hellstorm that will destroy all life on this planet because you suck away that much. You do that much necromancy that short of time without any safeguards. It's going to become unstable. Like,
yeah, I mean that's just capitalism.
Yeah, it's just capitalism. You need to get Tabitha to knock it off, or at least tone it down. So instead of going back and forth, Tabitha's friendly with you, so you have that advantage. You can figure out a way for her to do this while not causing the apocalypse, or you could try and shut her down through hook or by crook, or lure her into an ambush and kill her, and hope she doesn't come back. Well, I'm just presenting options to you. So do you try and get her to stop entirely, or do you try and reform the system so that it won't cause the end of all life? Yeah.
Can you actually, Celeste? Can you help me formulate the calculations of ectoplasm growth and stuff that she's creating?
Yeah, I can hypothesize. Yeah, we can see if we can. There's a specific number on that. So, would that be just? Let's see.
So basically, what I want. Basically, what I'm wanting to do is create just on a nice clear sheet, show the sort of exploding calculations of the energy that's going to consume all life, and then screenshot it and text that to Tabitha, being like, "Won't be able to necromance once everything is dead." LMAO.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Can I use some?
No more life means no more necromancy. LOL.
Yeah.
So can I use some magic for some etheric calculus then?
Yeah. Sorry. What was your question, Eric?
Can I use magic for etheric calculus then?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Let's try this and see if
DicePod actually laughing emojis on my end, by the way.
DicePod has not been happy with me tonight, but
DicePod has not been happy with you.
That's me 7, so that's actually that does it though. All
right, so you create a pretty convincing calculus. I'll just say you take some harm. Your brain hurts from doing all the etheric calculations. You were not
there.
Yeah. Anton, do you want to try and do anything to contribute to this? Convincing. Let's see here. Tabitha, the necromancer, from not destroying all life on this planet with a multi-level marketing company. Or
maybe I'll try to do maybe on the try the angle it's you need to be it's not just humans are going to be afraid of this. I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of other creatures that aren't going to like this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, you can communicate with some of those spirits, and they could basically testify that they will be really pissed at Tabitha if they do that.
Some other actual monster.
Yeah,
I have another
roll weird. You can.
All right.
Yeah.
I have another. I have another like coda thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a 7.
Well, right with a 7. Yeah.
And my last gambit.
Yeah.
Is to point out that if she limited it to NFTs, then there would be a hard ceiling that would prevent the entire world from being consumed, but a very dedicated following that would keep her power increasing for, a while.
Okay. So she can only target the crypto bros. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. She says, well, we could I could let we could all become, liches, and then we could conquer other universes.
Just saying.
Other
non-fungible. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Non-fungible totems, Tabitha.
But on the other hand, if we turn all of Earth undead, then we could storm heaven and take that. And there's huge growth potential in there.
I don't like heaven. Besides, I promised Celeste I was going to help her with her dad stuff, and we can't do that if the world and all existence is consumed.
Well, not all existence, just this planet. There's other realms.
Well, yeah, but the stuff that we're investigating is here. And if every bit of living energy, including the very energy that holds atoms together, is consumed in a magical holocaust, then we can't figure out the stuff we're looking for. I'm just saying. At non-fungible totems, no one is on that. And have you seen how dedicated those people are? You could probably basically get them to worship you.
I guess. I just wanted to attack and dethrone God. But
look, I think that we can make that happen without destroying the universe we live in.
Oh. All right, we'll do the Crypto Bro scheme. I'll do the Crypto Bro scheme. I owe you for.
And we can have that. We can also have that nerd help us maybe.
I already hired him. Who do you think?
Okay, good. Well, I was also thinking because I'm also raising my little interdimensional robot dog pup here, and that could be something that could foster into a god weapon eventually.
Yeah, he's really he keeps asking about that. He says that could go rogue and Skynet the planet too. But he worries a lot.
Yeah, but but before then, if we get it to eat or at least help us to eat God, then you win without having to destroy the world.
Okay, I guess. Fine. We'll switch to NFTs.
Sure.
Yeah. So LuLaRoe is going to put a hit out on me. And Amways, they have their own squads. They're already rumbling about, moving in on their turf.
Yeah, they're just jealous.
Yeah, they are very jealous.
Let them think they've won, and then once you rest on a throne of completely non-fungible dude souls, then you can make them pay for their hubris.
Okay. All right. Deal.
I'll back you up with that. Screw those guys.
I'll eat them if that happens.
All right.
Anyway, we got an appointment at the Tesla shop, but
yeah,
we'll have lunch later.
All right. Yeah. Time to get them. So that ends the Printed House, the Monsters of the Week version. Tabitha was the consultant. And Tabitha actually sabotaged Hawthorne's lessons so that he would get killed by his own house. So she wanted to use the house to make an army of the undead for her multi-level marketing scheme. She used the house to do that. And you guys let her. But she didn't destroy the world.
Yeah.
Hey, the world. This is where I keep all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So, good job.
And she will almost certainly, through mystical power, slowly consume all of the NFT guys. So that's another win.
Yeah, sounds like a win for everyone. Questions, comments, suggestions. Tom, what'd you think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's it's been a long time since I played this.
Yeah. It has been. Monsters of the Week is really good for one-shots. I know it's also meant for campaigns, but it's really good to hey, you're a bunch of weirdos and there's a weird thing to go fix. Go do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and of course, DiceBot, of course, makes the game.
Oh yeah. Success with complication is the lifeblood of this game. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I would say that like you guys are suckers for not using your own dice, but my dice seem to like to screw me over at very inopportune moments.
Yep.
I know. I tried to keep using DiceBot just for
I like
clarity.
DiceBot really wanted Tom to wreck that house.
DiceBot, there can be no secrets.
Yeah, there's no middle side.
I just like the sound of dice. Is really the only reason I don't.
Yeah, and also mine are in my car, so.
So yeah, Thad, any other thoughts?
No, I had fun being like a psychic weirdo. LMAO.
Yep. Very good role playing with that. LOL. And Aaron, anything?
Yeah. No, it was an interesting concept too. I like that. I kind of wished that maybe I know we were doing more investigations on the outside, but it's kind of exploring like weird things and possibly ever doing like the potential of like other rooms opening up where we didn't see one before. So that seems like that's a good way to exploit that.
Well, the printed house can be easily you can throw it into any kind of modern or near future game. You can put this in Base Raiders super easily. You can also put this in Red Markets, like.
Because the house doesn't have to be made of bone. Unless you're cool, in which case it would always be made of bone. But,
there's all mannequin rooms. There's all kinds of interesting errors and weird death.
Honestly, if there was one thing that's not exactly a criticism, but I would have liked to I wish we could have explored it without like being instantly in it killing us mode, because it does seem like there's a lot of good creepiness factor to,
I think I'll use the printed house again, like in a Red Markets game, where it's just get in the house and get the thing from the house. But yeah, I want to do this Monster of the Week version first.
Yep, that was fun. So
it was fun.
Yep, cool. So that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.